There's no need to say my name, because this story is not just mine, it's our story. A story that still makes me tremble when I sit down to write it. A story that still brings tears to my eyes when I try to tell it. A story that will make you think, yes, I know someone like this too. Yes, you might know someone. Because this story is incredibly ordinary. And precisely because it is so ordinary, it is everyone's story. The city of Chicago, an apartment building by Lake Michigan. I lived on the 9th floor. And on the 10th floor lived Alex. No, it's better not to say the name. Let's just say he was my best friend, just a best friend. It was 2018. The month of January, Chicago's winter was at its peak. The thermometer said -15 degrees, but the heater in my apartment said I'm dead. Right at 11 p.m. that night, my phone rang. "Are you coming downstairs?" His voice. "Are you crazy? It's -15 outside. Are you insane?" "I'm not crazy, your heater is broken, I know, come downstairs." I went silent. How did he know? "You told me last night, don't you remember? You wrote in your text that no one came to fix the heater. I waited all day today thinking you'd call me. You didn't, so I came." My eyes filled with tears. I looked down through the window. I saw him standing beside a black car, a package in one hand, a thermos in the other. I went downstairs. He said, "Come on, let's go to my place. My heater works," and I brought Momo. Your favorite chicken, Momo. That night, sitting in his apartment, we talked the whole night while eating Momo. The heater in his place was blasting heat, but warmer than that were his words. "You know," he said, "I didn't want to disturb you, but I couldn't bear the thought of your heater being broken and you shivering in the cold." I stayed quiet. Then he said again, "I want to tell you many things, but I don't. If someday you understand, then you'll understand, and if you don't, that's okay too." That day, I didn't understand. March 2018. My exams were going on. It was my final year at Northwestern University. I was studying journalism, and practically my entire life felt like a maze. My father fell ill back in Bangladesh. My mother called every day crying. I was supposed to fly home, but because of my exams, I couldn't go. Visa issues, money issues. Altogether, I was completely broken. I didn't tell him anything. Somehow he understood. One morning, there was a knock on my door. I opened it and saw him standing there holding a brown envelope. "Here, what is this?" "For your father, I called your mother. She said your father is going to have surgery. You need money, take this. You can return it later." I was stunned. He called my mother. "Where did he get her number?" "You called my mom." "Yes, your mom's number is saved in your phone. You showed it once when you were about to call her." I remembered the number. I couldn't say a word. Then he said, "I know you wouldn't ask for help, you have too much pride, so I did it myself. Take it now. You can return it later." "Even if you don't, that's okay." I burst into tears. He hugged me and said, "I'm here for you always." I returned that money to him later. But the love he gave me is not something I can ever repay with money. June 2018, summer break. He told me I opened a dating app. I laughed and said, "Good for you. You need a girlfriend." He stayed quiet. Then he said, "Do you want me to have a girlfriend?" "Of course, I want you to be happy." He lowered his head and said, "Okay. Then I'll try." After that, he met many girls at different coffee shops, different restaurants. Every time he came back and told me, "I met this girl today. I liked her," I would say, "That's great, go on a date." But he never went on the dates. I asked in surprise, "Why aren't you going?" He said, "They're nice." "But they're not you." I laughed it off. I thought he was joking. One day I went to his place and saw him writing in a diary. I suddenly grabbed it. He said, "Give it back, please." I didn't read it. But from his face, I understood he was hiding something. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking, why does he care about me so much? We're just friends. His birthday * September 2018. It was his birthday. I wanted to surprise him. I secretly went to his apartment and decorated his room. Balloons, a cake, a small gift. When he came home and saw it, he froze. He looked at me and said, "You did this." "Yes, did you like it?" He didn't say anything. He just kept looking at me. Then slowly he walked forward and hugged me. There were tears in his eyes. I was surprised and said, "Why are you crying?" He said, "No one has ever done something like this for my birthday." "Never," I smiled and said, "You have me, don't you?" Then he looked into my eyes and said, "Do you know how much I love you?" I stayed silent. He immediately said, "It's okay, I won't say it. If someday you understand, then you'll understand." That day I realized he wasn't just my friend, he was something more, but I convinced myself, no, he's my friend, just a friend. November 2018. One of my colleagues said, "I have a friend, he likes you. Will you go on a date?" I thought, why not? It's good to meet someone new. I told him about it. He went quiet after hearing it, then he said, "Go, be happy." I went on the date, the guy was nice. We talked, we laughed, but something kept bothering me inside, I didn't know why. After coming home, I called him, he didn't answer. I called again and again, but he didn't pick up. Finally, I went to his apartment and knocked on the door. He opened it. His eyes were red. He had been crying. I got scared. What happened? He said, nothing. How was your date? I said, it was good, but why are you crying? He said, I didn't cry. Something got into my eyes. I knew he was lying, but I didn't force him to say anything. That night after returning home, I stayed awake thinking, was he crying because of me? No, that can't be. We're just friends. December 24, 2018, the night before Christmas. Chicago was covered in snow. Downtown was filled with lights everywhere. There was a huge Christmas tree at Millennium Park. The two of us went there together. The park was crowded. Everyone was in a festive mood. He was walking while holding my hand. I was surprised and said, why are you holding my hand? He said, it's crowded, you might get lost. I smiled, but at his touch something felt different inside my chest, for the first time. We sat on a bench in the park, then he said, I want to tell you something, I've wanted to say it for a long time, but I was afraid. I said, say it. What do you want to say? He looked at me and said, do you know when I first saw you? When we moved into the building? No, even before that, October 2016, at the Chicago Public Library. You were sitting there studying. I had gone there to get a book. You looked at me and smiled. That smile stayed with me. I was stunned. So you? Yes, I moved into your building on purpose. I found out which floor you lived on and chose the 10th floor because of that. My eyes widened. He said, I love you. From the very first time I saw you, you may not understand it. But I can't live without you. I couldn't say anything. I just kept looking at him. Then he said, I know you only see me as a friend. That's why I never said anything. But I said it today. Because it's Christmas, and Christmas is a day to tell the truth. Tears rolled down my eyes. He said, don't cry, I don't want anything. I just wanted you to know. That night after returning home, I couldn't sleep at all. I kept thinking the whole night, he loves me, really, and me, do I love him? January 2019. A new year. I was thinking about her constantly, her smile, her words, her eyes, everything. I started to feel like I wasn't okay without her. When she was near, everything felt right. When she was away, everything felt messy. One day I asked her, do you still love me? She smiled and said, why are you asking that? I said, I want to know. She said, yes, I still love you, and I will always love you. No matter what you do. I stayed silent. Then she said, but don't worry, I won't disturb you. You can do whatever you want. That day I realized I don't want to lose her. She is the biggest part of my life. Without her, I am incomplete. Episode 9, the beginning of our story * from March 2019, we have been together. Not just friends anymore, now we are in a relationship. We go out together, we watch movies together, we cook together, we take walks by Lake Michigan together. Every day she tells me, I love you. And every day I believe it because I can see love in everything she does. One day I asked her, why did you wait so long? You could have found someone else. She smiled and said, I didn't want anyone else, I only wanted you. Without you, nothing matters. I said, you're crazy. She said, yes, crazy for you. And I never want to give up this madness. It is 2024. Today we are together, in the same home, living the same life. She still makes coffee for me every morning. I still bring Momo for her. We still walk together by Lake Michigan. She still tells me, I love you. And I still hear it as if it were the first time. Our story is very ordinary, very simple. But this is our story, from friends to partners, from best friends to lovers.